Hello, everybody. Welcome to SysAdmin Reddit Stories, PDQ's new show, where we take Reddit stories about sysadmins. I know, crazy. It fits the title pretty well. I've got two new guests on the show today. We've really been wanting to get these guys on the show. We've got Josh and Austin. You'll probably recognize them both from our webcast. Thanks for being here, guys.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. I love to just take Reddit stories and just shove it down your gullet.
Just consume Reddit stories for hours.
Yeah, down your gullet. Huh?
Yep.
That's why we got Austin here. He just is a Reddit absolute. He's avid Reddit.
I'm a little Reddit actually. I pretty much know everything about SysAdmin.
I pretty much
have 10,000 comma.
I could speak to any story ever put on the Reddit. Any Reddit.
Exactly, any Reddit, except that one, and you know what I'm talking about.
Well, let's see if you recognize these stories today. We've got three of them for you, all coming from the world of IT. Let's just jump into it, shall we? The first Reddit story is from an account that is deleted. They don't have a name.
Ooh, it's one of those. It's a post and delete.
Yep.
Somebody's boss said, "Gary, is this you?" And he said,
"No." Yeah, it was 5 years ago, so it's not that recent. The title here is, "The silliest thing has taken our users who fall for phishing attempts count down to 0. Let's see what they have to say here. After years of training, reminders, examples, and such that users have basically ignored, the IT department stumbled upon a trick that seems to work. About 9 months ago, a user submitted a ticket questioning a suspicious email, and IT replied telling them, 'Good job, you get a star.' An email was sent out to the entire company letting everyone know about the phishing attempt and that the user had been awarded a star. It's nothing more than just an emoji of a star and their name."
Like the "you tried" star emoji in our Slack, the one that's like that misshapen star. You tried.
Yeah, just like your default star emoji probably. Not even that funny. Since then, users have been reporting every phishing attempt, bragging about how many stars they've gotten, debating about how many stars they should be able to be traded for pay raises or at least fruit bucks. It is literally just an emoji in an email, but now everybody is on phishing high alert. So, is this something that our security head, Rachel, should consider?
This sounds like it literally came from PDQ. We obsess about something grabs a hold of everyone's attention for 6 months.
That's exactly why I grabbed this story, because I was like, this feels like our company.
Yeah.
It's like the 30-second attention span.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except 6 months.
Yeah. It's like the embodiment of like the multiple shorts, the one next to each other.
Yeah.
The like AMSR one, and then the actual content, because you can't pay attention to one.
Right.
We all like to think we're better than golden stars, but you tell me you get a golden star and it doesn't make you happy, you're a liar.
No, like you were conditioned to like gold stars since you were like little.
Right. It's a dopamine hit.
Yeah.
Dude, Pavlov is so right. He was so right.
But it's like the security person is actually is sending it out to the whole company, so it's kind of recognition too.
Yeah.
It's like this weird, like, you did something good and now everyone knows.
Yeah, but if we did this, it would be like this sarcastic, like half demeaning, like, good job.
You did the bare minimum of what you need to do.
We would have a certificate of achievement that we would hand out. It would probably just have a big thumbs up.
Yeah.
It's like the passive aggressive, like, I'm going to print out every one of my know before you completed. And like just like wallpapering your office with it, like I did it.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it. I love it.
It's. I mean, we've been quoting Severance a ton, but it reminds me of Severance had all of those like goofy little prizes that they obsess over, like the finger traps and the pencil erasers and stuff like that. But it reminded me of us.
Oh, Severance reminded you of us?
No, this story.
A good thing. I don't know.
Well, now it does.
It's like a whole metaphor, right?
Yeah.
Isn't Severance a metaphor
it is.
about something?
Work-life balance.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Exactly. Yeah, so that one I thought was funny, also because MBucks, it's basically our equivalent. We use Motivosity.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys do, but anytime someone does anything or you're trying to get somebody to do something that is just kind of a hassle, it's like, it would help me out, but you don't necessarily want to do it. You're like, but I'll give you an MBuck, which is literally $1, right?
Or you use MBucks to shame someone.
Yeah.
Because it gets posted to a channel, right?
Yeah.
And it's like,
And you're still giving them a prize.
Yeah.
But you're like, you're a dummy here.
Just like any cash, there's also MBuck debt, which I am in a lot of. I'm in MBuck debt. I think I'm going to have a bat taken to my knee here. It's getting bad. I don't know. I'll just say anything. I'll say, can you do this for 10 MBucks, knowing I don't have 10 MBucks.
Everybody, we're going to set up a GoFundMe for Austin.
Please help him. I beg you to give me money.
Get him out of his Motivosity MBuck debt.
I know.
And then somebody made just like a a mock email of what their thing looks like. And it
I
says,
hope it was in Comic Sans.
due to the success of our new STAR program as it relates to phishing email identification, we have decided to roll out a full platform to track your stars and redeem them for gifts. Click here to get started. Insert phishing link. That one made me laugh.
That's a good one.
So was that the origin story of KnowBe4? Is that their humble startup?
Maybe. I don't get gold stars when I complete a KnowBe4 though. When we do our security trainings here, we basically just stop getting yelled at. That's our prize.
My favorite thing to do with the security trainings is also retain them and then try to do as many as I can at once. And it's basically once Rachel starts yelling at me, that's when I know it needs to happen. But I think my max is like 7 due.
Oof, that's pretty good.
I'm trying to hit 10, but it can't happen.
But they start getting too angry.
Yeah. Josh won't let me. Rachel won't let me. These guys are a bunch of bullies. I'm trying to achieve my dreams, Josh.
He's trying to
I gotta
break
keep
records.
you down. Have you not realized that you've been here for like, 5 years?
Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm aware.
I'm very aware, sir.
And you're never leaving.
Yeah.
I know. I don't have a choice. I owe too much M-Bucks to Josh.
He's working for free at this point.
Yeah, basically.
Well, shall we go on to our next story, gentlemen?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one comes to us, and this is only 2 weeks old. It comes to us from Namadul on our SysAdmin. I have to let go of my best SysAdmin, not because he failed, because we did.
Oh man, this is gonna be real.
It's got the rant label.
Yeah.
So
Oof.
this one might
On
be a little real.
r/sysadmin, that's
That's-
it's real.
You know it's huge when they have to put on
when
the
they
rant.
self-label rant, that's how you know.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
This sucks. I've been fighting to keep my small team intact, but now I have to let go of the best sysadmin I've ever worked with. Not because he messed up, not because of drama, just cold, brutal economics.
Oof.
He's got that rare combo, deep tech chops, calm under fire, and knows how to talk to everyone. From end users to C-levels, people love working with him. He's the guy who makes you feel like things are under control even when everything's burning. Now, being replaced by someone overseas because the numbers look better on a spreadsheet. I've watched this guy hold the fort when everything else was crumbling. He's loyal, professional, human. I'd rehire him in a heartbeat if I could. So yeah, if anyone's looking for a rock-solid sysadmin or experienced help desk pro in Atlanta, Georgia, someone who gets it done and keeps people happy, hit me up. You won't find better. The interesting thing about this one is that there's a pretty big update with it. But first thoughts, that's probably pretty common. There's not a whole lot to say probably, right?
Well, I mean, I know we have it lucky because IT plays a pretty pivotal role in this company in general. Not a lot of IT orgs have.
Some self-inflated ego there, huh?
No, what I'm saying is
it's
IT
inherent to what we do as a company.
Yeah. Whereas IT and other orgs are like.
They're like, it's a luxury. It's like a side thing that.
Yeah, I forget what it's described as. I think.
Necessary evil.
You're right.
Yeah. Not even a luxury. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Just something you have to keep around and deal with, even though it's
it's
so helpful to have.
Like what? Finance or something? It's the same level of you have to, but it's also easy to offload onto something else another country or a contractor or something.
That's just, we'll do it for way cheaper overseas, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that so that post leaves me with more questions about this situation because at face value, I'm like, well, there had to be other things precipitating this. Someone doesn't just walk in one day and be like, well, guess what? 30%. Well, okay, it does happen, but not usually.
Yeah. He made it sound like it was pretty clear-cut financial, we just don't want to pay you $100,000 when we could pay this guy 60 or something like that.
So my questions are, I was like, okay, well, was the company doing financially okay before that? Is it just I have a lot of questions.
There's always so much unknown.
So I wanted the update. What's the update?
Yeah. So we got our update here. He says, "Holy crap! What have I done? I knew this community was amazing, but what happened after this post is just insane. Over 1.6 million views in 24 hours.
Sheesh.
Hundreds of comments, shares, DMs. I'm floored. Cannot stop smiling. Thank you. Seriously, every single one of you who commented, boosted the post, reached out. You're awesome. I've been replying to messages for hours, and yeah, it's exhausting, but it's worth it. My guy's inbox is now a war zone because I've been spamming him with so many contacts and leads. He might start regretting he ever worked with me. But here's the best part. He's already connected with a bunch of you. He even had an interview and even got to the next phase. We'll see what happens. This blew past anything I hoped for. I love you all." So it turned out really wholesome. The Reddit community seems to have come through
Shocking.
for this
You know,
for this gentleman.
You built this up like it was going to be rage, and then it's like this warm feel good.
It was rage that turned into warm feel good because all of a sudden everyone's like, yeah, let's get this man a damn job.
r/sysadmin somehow makes a smile happen, which I thought would never happen outside of some sarcastic joke.
Like a sarcastic cackle or laughing at somebody else's pain.
Yeah. Were we expecting a real heartfelt story here? I don't know.
Honestly, I would rather, I don't know, work shouldn't be stressful. And if you're at an organization that's like struggling financially, it's better that you got let go anyways. I would,
Yeah, 'cause
if
it's
you're
gonna-
like that guy too, you're fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that he was this good that he had a colleague go and write this huge thing like to defend him and to sell him.
Right.
And so
But to
go
be
to
fair,
bat.
like, it doesn't feel like you're going to be fine in the moment.
No,
Like,
yeah.
it definitely doesn't feel fine.
Stress and dread and
Yeah.
Well, like finding a job is always hard, but especially if you know you're a hot shot, or if people are telling you you're a hot shot, they'll at least stand up for you or recommend you, and that feels good, right?
Yeah, it's gotta feel good.
Which is why I'm such a hot shot, right, Josh? Go ahead, tell everyone right now how good I am at stuff.
yeah, let's
You are.
do it.
Do we want to go like both sides of the coin or just the good stuff?
No, but let's do both. Okay, so let's say PDQ had to fire me and you had to make a r/sysadmin
Yes.
post with a rant tag. Go ahead and
Well, no,
I like
because
this.
it
Let's
comes
do
with
it.
like a list. It comes with your post would be very similar, but it would also come with like
the
the
caveat. There's
like
a
you
tag.
advertise prescription medicine, and they're like side effects may include,
A
and
really
I'd have to like,
fastly read fine print at the
and I'd have
bottom.
to give a handful of those as well. I hope it's
Yeah.
wonderful network administrator knows all of these things. Blah 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 blah. Side effects may include wondering where he's at 11 a.m.
Yeah,
Oh, did Austin come to work today? I don't know.
Yeah.
Making sometimes risque videos that
Yeah, down for anything, good or bad. Good or bad.
Yep. Yeah. What did Austin post in general today?
Oh, yeah.
That's in front of the whole company. Well, let's wait for the DMs on that one.
Josh constantly, he'll kick my door down, as in my mental door, because it's an open office space, and he'll say, what the man? He's like, what?
Yeah.
How many times do I have to, this guy's constantly stressed, by the way, because I don't think anyone messages you. But if they do, it's constantly deflecting me, just posting like a spinning rat gif in general or something.
Yeah, because I'm like, if I have to go through another all hands Slack training, I'm gonna lose my mind,
And I'm just going to say,
and it's gonna be because of you.
and I'm going to be smiling like this.
And someone's gonna be like,
I love these guys'
let's talk
team
about
dynamic.
Slack norms. I'm gonna be like, please.
These are IT team members here in our very company that they work together every day. They play Super Smash Bros. They have their ups and downs.
Mostly ups, right, Josh?
We do.
Mostly
PDQ may need to invest in like a relationship counselor at some point soon.
Yeah, I really feel like I'm talking to like my wife when I talk to Josh, if that makes sense. Like it's constantly like you don't want to be rude, but at the same time you're like
You're driving me crazy.
he would definitely vouch for me on r/sysadmin, which is probably the scariest place to be on.
Yeah, well, I hope that if anything ever happens where, heaven forbid, anyone gets let go, that you have somebody that will write you a glowing Reddit post in your honor. Perhaps get you millions of potential leads.
Even better, just pay me $1 million. And
Or just give them $1 million for
yeah,
GoFundMe.
like
Sure.
you either have that person who's gonna write a Reddit post or give you $1 million, and
Yeah.
can't have both. Sometimes.
One of the two.
Well, that one was a fun one.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for this guy. I hope that he finds a great job.
Oh.
And we got some fun, in-depth looks into our in-office dynamic with our very own IT guys.
We might
And
need
that's
to
why
cut
we brought
some of
you on
those.
the show.
for my future employment's sake.
So this comes from Stunt Penis.
Sorry, I mean not.
Wait.
That's literally.
I kind of want to unpack that, but I don't know if we can.
We shouldn't. We'll just keep going.
Okay,
Also,
okay.
Boogie Nights.
The title of the story is "You Can't Make This Shit Up." A while back, I posted this thread about this stupid policy my employer has enacted where work from home means you have to work at your HR registered street address. And now, in the words of Paul Harvey, it's time for the rest of the story. I don't understand that reference.
Yeah, me neither.
Today, I found out why this policy was enacted. A few weeks ago, in a meeting with HR, the HR rep made a comment about the policy being enacted because people weren't working at their houses, but were taking vacations unapproved and working while on vacation. Digging around a little with my friends high up in central IT admin, it seems a senior administration official who never uses a computer was participating in a Zoom meeting. In the Zoom meeting, one of the participants was apparently at the beach doing the meeting remotely, except she wasn't. She had her Zoom background set to the tropic theme with the palm trees and ocean in the background. But the moron thought she was participating remotely from Aruba or some shit.
Who cares?
He wanted to bring her into HR on disciplinary charges, but didn't know her name because Zoom has pretty pictures of you and he didn't get her name. Or maybe she had edited her setup to just show her first name. He doesn't know. Based on that, the wheels start grinding where we need a new policy where everyone has to work at home when they work from home, or you're considered AWOL, officially AWOL. When someone finally realized what happened and brought this to his attention, senior IT people got involved, which is how I ended up finding out about it. They explained the Zoom background to him. Rather than admitting his mistake, he doubles down with how the policy is necessary and becomes even more vested in making it a reality. I'm not shitting you. This is not an urban legend territory. I'd laugh if it weren't so stupid. Edit 1. I'm wondering if I can use this new policy to my benefit when I am on call. If I can't work from anywhere than my HR register street address, or I'm considered AWOL, I guess this means I am on call and not home, so I don't have to answer my phone emails because I'm not working from home.
Ooh, that's some malicious compliance I'm all about.
Malicious compliance, yes. So that one is just wild. Like, that's just classic not uneducated, but the high up guy obviously didn't.
No. I think that is a
uneducated?
fine label. That is a
Yeah?
fine label.
Okay.
If you are in the workforce today and you cannot figure out how to use Zoom,
Then you should not be in a high level position. Yeah.
yeah, like there's like a minimum bar, right?
Yeah.
And I think that is a minimum bar.
Yeah, I would agree. It's just an essential tool.
It is.
For him to see a woman.
No, look, like if you're in an office setting and you allow remote work at all, that is the minimum bar.
Yeah.
If you're in like a different setting where that's not the case, fine, whatever. But obviously that is a valid tool and an always used tool in this guy's environment.
Yeah. My other thing with the work from home policy is you're either all in or you're all out. I don't like the details, like so many places like this, right? Like, oh, we allow work from home with stipulation. And in that case, for everyone's sake, why not just ask people to come back in? Like when you add stipulation to work from home, it's the micromanaging that managers probably don't want. And if they do want it, that's a level of management that should probably just require them being in. You're either all in or all out. I've always hated this. It's kind of this, but kind of not.
I'll play like devil's advocate a little bit, right? There are tax implications from working in a different state if the business isn't registered there.
Right, but
that can be problems, right? So if like the business isn't open, you go to California and you're not registered there, there's a certain amount of time before the business must, or else they can get penalized.
Right, and informing that's the transparency that's required, not just this policy that doesn't mean anything, but describing to your employees why this needs to happen.
Yeah, like you go for 3-4 days, nothing's gonna happen. You pick up and go for 3 months, you can do your job, but now there's like legal and tax implications on the business that they're not aware of. Right. That's the problem.
But a goof of this level where this dude is just like, she's in Aruba, fire her or something. Like, it's just so asinine.
He's a definition of failing up.
Yeah.
The
crap.
The other issue is like, you got to make a mistake and just own it, dude. Like, if you look like a ding dong, just say, I'm a ding dong. And people will respect that. But when you double down, it looks even worse. And then you get, oh my God, please never I hope no story ever comes out about me on r/sysadmin. I am cooked if that happens. I am so cooked.
I think it might just because of this episode.
r/sysadmin, I love you guys. I love you. I never consider any Redditor to be, hello, my lady. Hello. I never, ever would think that ever in my life. I have 10,000 karma. I have 100,000 karma. Good karma, not negative karma. So I'm
this is a Reddit guy.
I'm a Reddit moderator too, so it's all good.
Yeah. There's some really funny comments on this one. The first one is everyone in the company should just use the beach background now when they're on.
Oh, yes.
And that had like 2.1 thousand likes. And then the next comment, a reply to that said, everyone should use the space background and that will blow this man's tiny mind. Wait for the HR policy that says employees must clear any additional work with the company and are not allowed second jobs working for Starfleet or as bridge officers on a Star Destroyer. Simon 8 says, sometimes when I'm bored, I'll full screen a participant, take a screenshot and make their active like in Zoom picture my background. As long as the video of you covers up their image, you can be in their house. That's a funny idea.
That's
I like
a
that.
fantastic
Whoa.
idea. I've always wanted to do the green screen thing that people do, where you walk in on the side and you're doing stuff, but you're sitting there as well. Have you
Yeah.
seen people doing
Yeah,
that? That's
yeah,
always,
yeah.
that's always good.
Or it's like you're fake sitting there on the.
You know, to be completely fair, I don't think I've ever paid attention to anyone's Zoom background in my life. That is a level of like observation that is crazy to me.
Yeah, some of them are pretty like.
Have you not seen SIDS?
Yeah,
I mean,
these are loud.
Yeah, but those are loud, right? Like,
Yeah.
like
Grab your attention.
like where you are. When I was in an interview here, Mark Hurtado was in the interview, and his background, I legit thought he was in a coffee shop, so that's fair. It was just a Zoom background.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's in a coffee shop. That's cool. No, I'm just stupid.
You turned around and they're like, "Oh, you're 15 feet over there."
Yeah, well, yeah.
Some people go really hard with them in this company. Like Brock, he always has actual movie scenes going on, like Office Space, like Bill Lumberg over his shoulder, and Christmas Vacation, the whole shitter's full.
Shitter's full.
Yeah, Brock loves that. That's a funny one. If you ever have a boss that truly believes whatever, like you're in that location of whatever background you have, it's totally your responsibility to make fun of that as much as possible.
You got to go use the Google Earth street view of their house.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm outside your house or in your house, like the screenshot one. That one's really funny.
Jeez.
Well, that's our third and final story today. Guys, thanks for chatting with me about Reddit things. It was amazing to have a true Reddit moderator, big karma score guy.
You are welcome. You're literally welcome. I'm
Yeah.
expecting 10 karma from each of you.
I'm going to give you an award sticker.
Oh, poggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching our second episode of SysAdmin Reddit Stories by PDQ. If you liked it, give us a like, subscribe. Also, comment down below some of your crazy stories that were refreshed in your memory from these stories that we presented you today. We appreciate you very much, and we'll be back with another one pretty soon. Thanks, gentlemen.
What the hell was that?